Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, or eFootball PES 2020 as it's now called, is still flying the flag as the last standing competitor to EA's giant FIFA. The game's first week of UK physical sales was some of its strongest in recent times, but how does this reflect on the pitch? One of the most infamous and unwanted associations that PES regularly receives is thanks to the fake players and teams. Konami has been working hard to try and get around the monopoly that FIFA has from its all-encompassing license, which allows the game to be so attractive to the casual footy fan. This year, PES 2020 has landed some club partnerships with some huge teams such as Manchester United, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, as well as many fully licensed leagues including Serie A, Liga 1 and the Eredivisie. Interestingly, Juventus will be a PES exclusive this year, which you probably already know, with Cristiano Ronaldo and co boys joining Piemonte Calcio in the latest version of FIFA this year. With PES's vast editing mode, excellent communities and brilliant fan sites such as PES Universe, PES 2020 now feels like a more authentic footballing experience than ever before. The game has more players, although this has never really been an issue with a PES game before, stadiums, kits and managers than any of its predecessors. A big game changer this season for fans wanting an alternative console footballing experience. The first sign of the pendulum swinging? Possibly, but time will tell. So, we move on to the stadium camera angle, which is brand new to PES 2020. Yeah, I can already hear you sighing and booing, but the new PES 2020 camera angle offers a much closer representation of the football we're used to watching every weekend on the telly. This is not to be understated, it looks amazing. Goals look far better with the ball noticeably hitting the back of the net. Watching a pass ping from one end to the other Beckham-esque is an absolute delight, and watching your player peel away from scoring a last-minute winner has never been more satisfying. The crowds in this game for once look great, and the new broadcast-style camera angle gives a better view of the visual stadium atmosphere. Some of the licensed stadiums, like the San Siro during a sunny afternoon, really do look incredible, adding to the all-important immersion that PES has been developing over the last few years or so. It's a shame the sound doesn't match, and it often feels tinny and almost non-existent when you score an away goal. Have you ever had Newcastle fans come to your home ground? They make an absolute racket. Commentary is once again abysmal, and I often prefer just turning it off. The very strange shout of Aguero after you've just missed a shot and then the keeper has already thrown it back out is just ridiculous. It's not exactly Sky or Martin Tyler.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
The PES 2020 career mode, Master League, has often been neglected with fairly bare-bones presentation and functionality, instead relying heavily on its high-quality gameplay to keep players coming back. This year we see fully face-scanned legends of the game to help project your new team to glory, including Maradona, Roberto Carlos, Ruud Gullit and many more. It's a little disappointing that they removed the Creator Manager function here though, as I think a lot of fans would have still preferred the option, including myself. New cutscenes happen at crucial parts of the season, adding an extra level of immersion as you watch the manager interact with your best players. Sometimes you have to make PR speeches or comment on specific players with a range of multiple choice options. I did notice that match performances and big season moments do affect team spirit more rapidly in PES 2020, making it easier for your team to rise to glory or spiral out of control exponentially. Transfers have also been updated, so they're now closely aligned to what teams would pay for the player in real life, now determined by age, attributes, but also now using an external transfer market database to ensure values stay realistic. This is rumoured to be the excellent transfermarket.co.uk, but that's still to be officially confirmed at the time of this review. If you're new to Master League, you'll absolutely love this mode. There's loads to get your teeth into without distracting you from actually playing the game, which is a fine balance. If you're a returning fan to the game, it'll all seem pretty familiar, although with a little more finesse and story added, but still incredibly enjoyable and super fun, especially when starting with a tier 2 team on challenge mode on superstar difficulty. Over the last 3 to 4 years, it's been fairly common knowledge that PES has significantly improved on the gameplay front, as well as a visual perspective. Each year it manages to make small tweaks and improvements that help create a more realistic footballing experience, and PES 2020 does not disappoint. Somehow Konami managed to improve on what already seems like a brilliant game on the pitch, with a fluid and lifelike interpretation of the beautiful game. In a local derby match, I played as Inter against Milan at the San Siro, and although I lost 1-0, I'm used to this version of PES, alright, the whole experience was a blast. The ball was pinging around just outside our area, and I failed to clear successfully after trying to play it out from the back. Piontek held the ball up using his body weight, and after a failed tackle, Castillejo ran in, stumbled and then smashed it into the back of the net in front of the home fans. It's clear this year in PES 2020 there's a large emphasis on player individuality and physicality in particular. When trying to dribble past players, you'll often get locked into a tussle whereby you need brute strength, a quick bit of trickery, or blistering pace to beat your man. Using Messi to do this is fairly easy, but trying to dribble with less sophisticated players can get yourself into real trouble. You really notice players that have raw pace this year and are very difficult to catch once they switch the afterburners on. When space opens and you have a player like Anthony Martial, he'll be past your defender before you know it and right into the penalty area. There's a great learning curve this year, especially with dribbling, crossing and defending. The more you put in, the more you'll learn the complexities of the player attributes and how they affect their individual playing styles. Players look and feel like their real life counterparts more than ever before. A cool new feature is the Inspire attribute that some players hold, where if the player has the ball, the players around start to act quicker and with more intensity. For example, Paul Pogba holds the low pass and lofted pass Inspire attributes, with 2 out of 2 stars shown for both. This means players around him will start to make better runs as they know Pogba can launch a killer pass at any moment. New to PES 2020, this is just another example of how the complex and interesting player stats can reflect on the pitch. Although I did notice this year that the player stats have changed colour. As a result, lower stats below 75 are all red. The result is that players, which might have some good qualities in the lower divisions, all just merge into a sea of redness and a bit of orange, making it really difficult to identify hidden gems and younger talent. This really does need fixing, to be honest. Menus in the game have improved greatly since the last game, but that's not really saying anything, given how terrible PES 19's menus were. Overall presentation on the pitch is fantastic, an almost lifelike experience. However, whilst off the pitch, things are still a little dated and clunky. It's a step in the right direction, but the game's menus need to be overhauled completely to make use of the new licenses and shake off that cheap, fake feel. My club, PES's answer to FIFA's Ultimate Team, is mostly the same as the series' last outing, with an array of legends this year associated with the partnership clubs that I mentioned earlier. I'd love to see Roy Keane or Ryan Giggs this year with the Man United licence, that'd be awesome. It's a lot easier to build superstar teams in my club than it is in FIFA's Ultimate Team, and often off the back, without playing any games, you've already got Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe or Neymar in your team. We got Ronaldinho, Beckham, Modric and Messi in our first round of ball openings. Match day is a brand new mode, whereby fans of featured teams can pit themselves against each other online, with each match contributing towards an end result where a final winner is announced. Winners are awarded prizes that go towards their My Club balance, which they can purchase goodies with. It's a pretty cool mode for those wanting a casual online experience that relates to what's going on in the world of footy that weekend. Reviewing football games is sometimes a little more difficult than most, as the yearly releases are admittedly almost updates rather than brand new games. But the jump from PES 19 to 2020 feels massively positive, with the new licenses and improved camera angle, while still offering a much more immersive and satisfying football experience on the pitch. Game modes are frustratingly still a little bare bones, especially the alternative to FIFA's Ultimate Team, My Club, was largely just reskinned. That said, this is a beautiful representation of one of the world's favourite sports, and I'll almost certainly be plugging more hours into eFootball PES 2020 than any other sports game this season.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications when we upload further videos. It really helps the channel a lot.